It's really hard for me to stay concentrated on anything because we have the Olympics.
All the beefcakes on one side.
This is something, you know, I've trained for my whole life. It's not something I take lightly, and I don't see it going in any other direction but the gold.
It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess.
So, you don't even have to wish me luck.
Rules. Too many rules. I just want to play the game. Back from Southern California and right into the Aquascape Winter Olympics.
Welcome everybody to the 2018 Aquascape Winter Olympics.
The number one thing as a CEO of a company in terms of my responsibilities is to guide and guard the company culture. Little fun things like the Winter Olympics or the whole third floor, which is dedicated to fun and fitness with a weight room and a basketball court and an indoor gym. This is all about those who sweat together, stick together. I learned more by playing high school sports than any class that I ever took. So for me, I wish every day was Winter Olympics around here. Fun is our fourth company goal. We still want to have fun, but we have to obviously make money. We obviously have to compensate people. We obviously don't want to jeopardize anybody's character, and we want to win as a team. If you want to use one word to describe Aquascape, it would be fun. I got 2 days where I'm actually in town that I could do this. A fun 2 days. I love interacting with my team. As long as the culture's good, we can handle all the problems and we can handle everything else. This is what Aquascape is all about, stuff like this.
Today is our sledding event. One teammate will be on the sled, being pulled by another teammate.
Should have brought my spikes, man.
Tim, let's do this.
Go.
Hey ladies, you're in trouble.
If you don't weave through the cones, you'll be disqualified.
He's cheating! He's cheating! He's gonna hit!
All I can tell you is I'm a good sport, and I do this as the CEO of the company for camaraderie. And if they want to go ahead and throw snow at me, that's okay. Sticks and snow won't break your bones, whatever. All I know is that there's another day tomorrow. We'll get them back tomorrow.
What's up, guys? We're sitting here in the think tank. It's far from sexy, but Chris and I have big plans for this area. It's early in the week and we've got all kinds of things happening.
Let me show you the design ideas. Look at this.
Oh, look at that.
That's really good, right?
Anyways, it's a crazy hectic week. One of the biggest obstacles I'm dealing with right now is the flower show that we've been doing for years. This is our booth right here. And so I'm working on laying out the new design. It's going to be completely different than what I had before, completely different than what we've done in the past. It's really hard for me to stay concentrated on anything because we have the Olympics. This is something, you know, I've trained for my whole life. It's not something I take lightly, and I don't see it going in any other direction but the gold. So you don't even have to wish me luck.
So we did the Summer Olympics 2 years ago and everybody had so much fun we thought we'd do it again. So we've been planning this for 2 years, not so much the events per se, but that we would do it this week. Fun is one of Aquascape's core values, so we wanted to tie into that, and this definitely exemplifies that. It's a good chance to get everybody outside in the beautiful February Chicago weather, and it's nice to get some fresh air during the day and get outside and play.
As some of you remember, last week we installed these stacked slate walls as a fountainscape feature here in our retail store. As we were doing that, our minds started to race with all these different creative ideas on how we can now start to utilize these, not only as a fountainscape, but also in our ecosystem ponds. So we're going to take a couple of these back to our sandbox and really get into figuring out different formations of these. How can we use them in the pond itself? Is it a wall going straight down? Can we plumb them with water and have them act as circulation jets? I guess the possibilities are endless, and that's one of the things that I love about this product is the versatility of it. So with that being said, I'm going to go grab the rest of my team. We're going to go huddle up in the sandbox and get cracking on all of our creativity. So you're back. We do have the stacked slate. We have what? So we finally settled on the design of these stacked slate walls. We're gonna have this curve coming in this way, and we alternated the second one, which is carving back this way. So we wanna have kind of an organic shape to this pond. Water's coming out of here. We're gonna have flagstone over the top of this entire thing. People can actually walk up on top of these and have a nice little fish feeding area, place for them to have a nice cup of coffee, a glass of vino, dip their toes in the water. This plumbing is gonna run this way inside the pond. We'll come up over the liner, somewhere back here by the skimmer, and tie into our piece of 2-inch, which is feeding the biofall. So we only have one pump on this, and we'll simplify it for the homeowner.
Welcome to the biathlon. 2 players from your other team will be in
Rules, too many rules. I just want to play the game.
Shots, 3 targets?
Hell yeah! That's how I do it. 3 shots, 3 targets, man.
So this is what company culture is all about. I could do this all day. I don't know about you, but this is a fun job for a CEO. Winter Olympics, Aquascape style.
So now that we've got our stacked slate walls in down here and our couple pieces of flagstone over the top of them, we're going to start working our way back and creating this little secondary patio area. So one thing to keep in mind when we're doing this is to give us a weep area back behind these stacked slate walls. So what we did was we brought this liner all the way out back, overdug it behind these stacked slate walls, and filled it with this vein of gravel back here. If any water, as it's coming up through this stacked slate wall, happens to migrate back behind it, it's going to stay inside the liner and go down into that gravel and stay in the pond. We're also keeping this liner way up high back here. So between setting our correct elevations and having that grain of gravel back here, we should be good to go and bomb-proof.
The goal of the Marshmallow Tower is to build the highest tower that you can from the ground using only the spaghettis and the marshmallows as your tools for the tower. At 15 minutes, it comes to a hard stop. And we're gonna come around.
This is what you call Google how to make a tall tower. TED Talk. You have the right concept.
The winning one. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess.
Oh man!
Watch out for these haters.
So who was the leader of this group? What was your technique to win? It's your birthday, so They let you in because it's your birthday, right?
Pretty much.
Hey, Buck, is that good? Is that good? Is that good? No.
What amazing work! I don't see it.
Come on.
Where's the amazing work? There it is.
So we're about to see the sandbox that you guys have been training in basically all winter, right?
Yeah, now we're trying to work with some of the newer products. And we have those stacked walls
Yep.
that work in
I
there.
see 'em.
And so I really wanted Chris and the rest of the guys not only to build a pond and graduate from aqua basin training, but implement those new stacked walls into a pond the way I always envisioned them.
So you're gonna have a circulation of water underneath it, and then this is a perfect fish feeding area, right?
How many times did we implement jets last year?
Yep.
You know, as the permanent way to keep a hole open in the pond, also to circulate dead areas.
Yep.
So instead of jets, like these, how cool is it that it looks like water's just shooting out from underneath the patio? Structurally, it's doing something. So you just rocked in a 6-foot section of pond in 15 minutes. Right. So the labor goes way down by just stacking these walls.
Yep.
So imagine stacking rocks up a 32-inch high wall and the amount of time that would take.
Yes.
Where it took these guys 15 minutes to drop those things in place and be done with them.
Good job, guys. As the only manufacturer of pond equipment that actually builds ponds, these guys are designing things that they actually want. These are the little things that make a big difference. It's the last 10% that makes all the difference on the job. At the end of the day, the things that we're developing are things that we want to use ourselves. I think it's a huge advantage if you're a contractor to be able to leverage what these guys have developed and put together in the field. And I guarantee you that 50% of the ponds that we build this year have a vertical element in there with the architectural slate walls. Pretty awesome. Very proud of those guys. All the beefcakes on one side. Big brother factor right there. Ready to go, old man.
Thank God you missed, man.
How about a hand for HR for putting this on? You know what? This is what it's all about. Having fun together. Those who sweat together, stick together. And we've been doing some sweating this week with the Aquascape Olympics. Love the HR department for putting this stuff together. Hey, if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel because every week's going to be a different week here. Every day is a different day with every new water feature that we showcase. Like, comment, and subscribe. Awesome.
You're back. We're back. I'm back. You're here, I'm here, we're here together.
Take a chug, chug.
Coffee is the lifeblood of this company.
What are you still doing here? We have a ton of work to do. Either pick up a shovel or bye.